Talk Up Youth, brought to you by National Baking Company, a Stanley and Empress production.
Talk Up Youth! Meet some of our best guests from seasons past who had been through hardships, injustices, and pain as they take us in their world of positivity, accomplishments, and mentorship. Let's continue to shatter the silence and talk up, youth! Wagwan youths, parents, it's me, Empress. Let's find out where they are now. Let's find out what our past guests are up to.
Nothing negative in talking up and exposing the truth.
I'm excited to reintroduce Kimroy Bailey, one of the brightest youth on Talk Up Youth, who's on a mission to transform agriculture back to the most integral industries in Jamaica through... Wait, you know what? No one can explain his journey better than Kimroy himself.
Tell us again.
I'm from Trelawney, the cockpit country, Mendestown to be exact.
Yes.
As soon as you're old enough to, let's say, pull a yam stick, hold a fork, whatever it was, you were going out on the farm with your father, your brother, whoever it was. And from a very tender age, that was my involvement. And then transitioning, I went to the primary school, lower primary and junior high school. Very immense in farming then. On the weekends, you had to do this stuff. So kids go to school Monday to Friday.
So Saturday, all the kids are used to this. It's part of that you went to school with. They're used to getting up early and farming.
For the most part, definitely.
So when you say early, like take us to a morning.
So I would wake up pretty much about 5 o'clock in the mornings.
Yes.
Go out, you tie out your goat. If you have, we used to have chickens then, you feed the fowl them, and you get yourself in order. We have pigs as well. See, this is your routine.
Yes.
You wake up, no one has to come and wake you up. They would normally torture you at that. So if you sleep past 5:15 thereabout, remember, my mom would be in my room waking me up. Like, seriously, you need to get this together. And then you would go ahead, get our stuff together, head out, tie out the goat. I used to have 2 goats, and then you have the pigs to feed, then you get ready, and all this has to happen before 6.
If you have a job, you still have to do your job nonetheless. So that sense of responsibility, there's no way you can get around it.
I used to be in barred pants. So you go, you get your barred pants.
Did you wait for the sun to warm it up?
Exactly, that kind of stuff.
The youth in my community of Mendestown and neighboring Litchfield, wait a bit thereabout, there's a little bit of a stigma where farming is concerned. It's seen as a job that you do when everything else fails.
Thinking about it, you're waking up at 5 to begin with. You have all these animals to tend with. And then it's the cold water to greet you after that. It's like, can it get anywhere? And you just feel like all the pressures of life is on you alone, and you have the hardest life in the world. And that's just how it was. That's, in my eyes, that's how it was. At school, you had a number of things going on in my world at school. To begin with, to even get to school, we had to like kill a pig during every semester, so that would go towards funding your school fee. And if you did not have that to do, my mom, we would throw partner as well. So you go out and you put a little $100 a week or how much ever it is, and you try to get your draw when it coincides with paying the bills. Because if it comes 2 weeks before, it's gonna be done before the bills are supposed to be paid and before school fees due. And if it comes 2 weeks after, that's not gonna be paid. And you really want it. So they planned this thing so strategic, it's amazing. Probably it's unconscious for them, but they would ensure that all this is in place, and it's like you wouldn't even notice it. You're poor, but it's not like you're poor, you have it all.
Agriculture has been the backbone of who we are for decades, from slavery days. I need not go into that. We have to get back to agro-processing, creating things, creating jobs, exporting, feeding our people, and all that is only possible through agriculture. I cannot overemphasize by any means how critical agriculture is in building our nation.
The sun comes up and the sun goes down. Work away, work away.
All right, and here we have a mother pig. We recently, only around 9 days ago, he had piglets. And there you see they're suckling on mommy. We'll do our routine inspection. First, we ensure that the mom is eating and is not paying us any attention. We ensure that there are no cuts, no bruises. They must wiggle. When they wiggle, that's a sign of energy. They just come to you loosely and willingly, then that's a little problem. And we check their genders as well. Ensure everybody's okay. Right, here we have Papa to begin with. These would bear probably around every 8 months for us. And if you look, when it gets cold, like it is now, we have some slugs that will try to take harbor. But they would not eat until it gets warm enough. So we have a little time on our hand to just come through daily and just clean them off. Persons considered farming as this machete and whole kind of thing, and it has so much more to it. It has so much value added to it, but it does have its struggles. We want it to be that job you'd study for, that job. I'm doing engineering, I want to graduate into agriculture. I want to see how I can move that whole field forward. I don't think they're fully there yet because their dad probably did it. He's not a millionaire, he's not like, so you have that feeling of, boy, if I'm gonna make it, I must be doing something else. So we really do the foundation. I would love to change that a little bit. And to put it in context, I want to feed the Talk Up Youth crew, everybody here, with our own homegrown yam and banana, put in some dumpling at the pot, and the same chickens, we're gonna feed you on all that. Fry some, make you know how authentic cuisine is like, and that's all organic.
Let me tell you, youths, there's nothing like fresh food straight off the farm. Kimroy has taken his struggles as a youth on a rural farm and has transformed his perception into nothing but blessings. More with Kimroy after the break. Let's see how education has played a part in Kimroy's robotics engineering vision.
The transition after Knox College was the University of Technology Jamaica, where I did my bachelor's in electrical engineering there. I was very immersed in co-curricular activities, primarily robotics. In 2010, my second year of UTech, we started this robotics team under the IEEE Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. This is the world's largest professional engineering body. So competing in one of their competitions is definitely world class.
For me right now, farming, my dad does a lot of the farming. In fact, all of the farming. I'll help him out when I do have the time. Robotics is where my core concentration is, because science is a pivotal component for us to be a first world country or even get remotely close to that. And I think robotics has the capability to make kids love science again and want to see themselves as a robotic engineer.
How I started in the first place was my dad. We would be on the farm sometime and he would be like, seriously, we need to have a robot to do all this for us. Like, do we have to be out here in the hot sun? And probably he didn't know the seed he was planting in my mind's eyes then. And I was like, oh, that does make a lot of sense. We could have a robot doing this, and me not being a big fan of this I would definitely love to have a robot doing that.
I remember one day, probably like 10 years ago, we used to have a whole heap of coffee and then thing there. How am to all that?
Well, the market.
See you
have to cut down on it because the market was not there.
Because if we could get back to them days when we used to produce coffee the way we used to produce coffee, man, when you run the through.
Yes, but in the coffee region, that are for younger people.
People, I know,
and the young people now going to coffee.
Yeah.
No, they don't want to pick it.
Yeah, oh, the tedious for true.
You remember one time when I plant some coffee and I pick, and you was there with me and you say, then you pick, you say, boy, daddy, I tell you, I'm going to go to school, and I'm going to make something for anytime you put you on a coffee tree, all the right one, just drop off in there.
Another big thing for us then was energy. Probably once every 3 months there, but when I was much younger, we would not have light. And then we'd have a little man come and he would climb the post and fix our light, and the community would gather under the post and watch him do his work. And when he does fix the light, it was like a big applaud. He's famous in getting drink a rum and he's like the hero. And
wow, me know if I can fix the light.
Exactly. So being young, I watched him up on that pole and I was like, I want to provide energy. I want to do that too. Which led to my quest of renewable energy.
How can we use robotics in Jamaica's context to move our country forward? There are a couple of ways. Crime is a very big issue. How can we have quadcopters instead of having police doing patrols? How can we have an aerial platform monitoring all of that? You know, Riverton Dump is a mystery. Every 2 months they catch a fire or something is happening over there. There's no way you can have enough man to man so much acres of property. You could have another aerial drone monitoring all of that, sending you the feedback in real time. Predator larceny is a real thing. We have to be cognizant of that. So we have a couple of quadcopter platforms. That's like the ideal one for it all. And what we're currently doing, we have solar cells. We find a way how to efficiently add solar cells to our quadcopters. These fly for only around 15 minutes. Once we integrate this on board, we have our battery pack as well. This can give me 2.4 volt. That's equivalent of a battery. We'd have 4 of these, and with that would enable to expand the flight time in sunny condition for up to 25 minutes. And with that, we're also getting live feed from our video camera. We have the transmitter, emitter, and receiver to give you real-time video images. How can another robotic platform help us address these real-world Jamaican issues? We can't sit back and wait on China to design something and send it out to us. We have problems of our own which we can and are able to address with the human resources that we have. Our youth are full of potential. We're a very smart and intelligent nation.
This is doable by our standards, because if you struggle through what a typical Jamaican struggles through and survives, you definitely can build a little robot.
We have to immerse more students into robotics. Here we have a very simple remote. Actually, this is my radio remote, off the shelf. And here we have, this is actually a plastic bottle, a 2-liter Pepsi bottle, and we just cut it up and we have our little robot. We have wheels, we have a little platform, we have a fan. This robot is equipped to out a fire. We're gonna turn, good boy, good. We're gonna go forward, that's back. The fan is coming on to out the fire. So we go forward. And in a bid to protect itself, we turn the fan on, coming closer to the candle. So we just want to get it out of sight, and then it can back up and it can park to your original position. So now we have video images. We can add real-time video feed to this, so you know what's going on at home at any given point, just the same. And you turn in, you're gonna bring him back to his little position. And wherever this is, you can deploy it. You can have your cell phone receiving all those signals, knowing what's going on. And this is, again, a very low-cost platform we're preparing to use for high school students to engage them in hands-on. This has a lot of physics, science, and all that. Let's make it fun. Let's just make them want to interact with it. Don't see it as this difficult field. There are some ways I think youth can be a part of it. Go online, YouTube a video, what is an Arduino, what is a robot. What that is the brain of the robot. It's a very simple platform. It's probably like 2,000 Jamaican dollars. And with that, you can program it, you can get your lights on. We've done a couple of demonstrations. How can I be at one place? How can my camera crew be here? I know where they are at any instant in time. And Arduino is low cost, can give you all of that functionalities. And through the Foundation's Community Center, we want to teach students, how do you program? What is that? How can it be fun? How can I learn? Etc.
Yes, Kimroy, you have all the components, fun and learning. Youths, stay tuned for more after the break.
Talk up, youth! Talk up, youth! But what is? Countryman come a town come learn tactics. From farmering to robotics. But what is? Move from planting yam sticks, feeding a goat and chicken, to robot making and plane taking. Top farmer turn robot leader. But what is? Countryman come a town come learn tactics. Nothing no wrong with being a farmer. Nation feeder, predal breeder. No more country boss, robot, prime octopus. I cannot forget my mother, who threw a partner, kill a hog for pay a school fee and buy school supplies and school bags on ya. But what is? Countryman come a town come learn tactics, from farming to robotics. It no matter where you come from, but it matter where you go. Me have robot skills, plus me know how to plant yam and chocho. Electrical engineering. This is a story worth revering. But what is? From farming to robotics, countryman come a town come learn tactics. What is?
Talk up, youth. Kimroy, we want to know if talking up on Talk Up Youth last season has helped your vision in any way.
Talk Up Youth has affected me tremendously in a number of areas, such as being more interactive. A lot of persons, youth, have been to our Facebook page and our website, have been contacting us, and that really gives us a spark, keep us going. I'm now a full-time engineer at the Wigton Wind Farm. I'm a service engineer there. The foundation is finally taking shape. We've managed to procure our very first wind turbine for the project, so we'll be mounting that pretty shortly. And Kimroy Robotics has secured a number of contracts with schools to teach students about robotics. We recently concluded the National Summer Camp for Robotics and Renewable Energy, so that really has been fun.
We try to support him as much as possible because we see that he is determined. And what he's doing right now, we see where this can move Jamaica forward. And as a country, my country that I love so much, I really want to see my country go forward. So we support him as much as we possibly can.
This scenery, this environment, it warms my heart. When I was doing my engineering degree at the University of Technology, I treasure the days when I can head home to Trelawney and just see my dog again. I love walking my dogs and just playing around with them. You guys should check them out too. And see my family. Family is definitely an integral component of who I am. Church, it plays a big role. Just going to church on a Sunday, meeting all the friends again, it pushes you. So it's not so much the money or the accolades, like it is the simple things in life that keeps me fueled every day.
These are the things I see right in front of me. As I open my eyes, so I give thanks to life.
So yes, Chief, another week again, man. So what are you doing? Alright, so basically what the plan is we'll have, this is our local center. We'll go ahead, have areas where we can assemble the solar kits them. We'll have some small solar units, and you'll go ahead, you can come across. We have the wind turbine on the outside, and then we'll come in with the power, and then behind all of the roof in here, so we'll have the electrical connections coming in. Then we have the batteries, the inverter, the charge controller downstairs. And basically with the wind turbine, you know, the wind blows, and when the wind blows, you get that rotation. So the kinetic energy in the wind becomes mechanical energy, the generator gives electricity, and then that comes down through the wire and we charge the batteries. So with this space now, we're gonna have probably around 20 people from the area can connect up, assemble a solar unit, because we don't necessarily have to import them somewhere. We can do this locally. We can assemble the unit, we can get the turbine, use PVC pipe to make the blades and anything. As Kimroy Bailey Foundation, we plan to impact youth in first rural Trelawney, here at Litchfield, where we have the community center on the grounds of the Litchfield Baptist Church. How can we influence as much youth as is possible? But beyond that, once we have a successful business model, how can we scale that to Portland, St. Mary, Westmoreland, and Hanover? The same thing, we know how it works, we know how to get the youth pumped up. How can we now cut and paste that for different areas in Jamaica and across the Caribbean? It can't be a case of me running leg to leg to each student. It won't work that way. We have to influence, you mentioned mentorship, we have to influence and mentor others so that they can influence and mentor others.
I'm Adrian, and my mother doesn't have much money to provide internet and such, so that's a struggle for me to do my homework and my SBAs and my projects. So if the centers like internet, I could come and do my homework here. Yeah? And that would help me out. And a lot of other youths too. Internet could help them out, yeah?
It's a good idea, you know, because I'm out here like job searching, hunting for job, you know, I can get a little skill here.
See you. That's cool, no man, that's cool. So yeah, I win this together, there's me alone, and as I see, the place is still under construction, and like I know bag of money around and everything, see you. So, I mean, even corporate Jamaica, we have to get them in the mindset that, boy, a rural Jamaica, yes, and a downtown, I know in the city, we are not gunshot to hide, but we have real struggles, same way. More than mind if you're going to get a 1 acre land, or let go some fall or some hog and do something same way. And it's that kind of thing where we need this center to facilitate. And if we want to do the farming, the marketing is a big thing, same way. So, if this center could have been a place where the people who need it and we being the suppliers who could have interface through all of that, link a global network, we can even export Cause look on the amount of yam I look on the hillside. If we could have market them thing there, quick, we have people that do real things and incorporate the solar, you know, so we never run out of water yet. As much as a joke there, we have river left, right and center. If we have some solar pump some water up the hill and them thing there. Them look that we have to look for really try get to the core right same way and have people like you get employment and move forward. Mentoring others is something that this nation needs more of. We can't wait until we're 60 and retired and on our old chair before we have a young man at our side saying, this is what I have done, this is what you can do. It is a real world issue. I can mentor someone older than me equally. I can mentor my peer and someone younger than me. So the foundation is trying to get into schools at the different levels, have students and incubate them. Yes, we're not giving them $1 million, but we can tell them how could you get there? How could you be financially independent of everything around you? So mentorship, it's definitely an ongoing process. My mom and dad, they have been together for 31 years now. They've been married for 30 years and their anniversary was just around a week ago. So they've been strong and they've grown up, my sister and I, in this wholesome Christian household where we wake up Sunday morning, we have our word of prayer, we have 3 older brothers as well, and all that is in the realm of a godly home under the supervision of my mom and dad. My main wish for youth in Jamaica, for them to see the opportunity in each and every one of their eyes, because they do have it. It's not in Canada nor the USA or first world country. It's right here in our piece of rock in the middle of the Caribbean, and we have to see that. And unless we see and appreciate that, youth will keep struggling, they'll keep smoking, they'll keep finding answers outside of themselves and turn to God. We need solid Christian background. I can only talk from my experience. I've been living in the church all my life and it's been a very great journey, and I would encourage every youth I come across to seek God first. Everything else will fit itself together. In 5 years I see myself and my company definitely, we want to be manufacturing wind turbines. We want to be exporting. There's no way IMF will make sense if we're not exporting. We have to be creating income revenue, generating revenues for kids, for students, for graduates. We can't tell kids that, boy, once you're done high school, you have to go university, you have to take a loan for all of that. How can they earn at different levels? You leave high school, how can you get an internship, an apprenticeship? We want to do that. So in 5 years' time, I want to have the foundation having centers in every single parish. I want Kimroy Robotics to have entities across the Caribbean, and I really want some Latin America customers as well. So it's the sky is the limit. We definitely have to be exporting by then. Kimroy Bale in 3 words: jovial, energetic, and a visionary. Definitely, I can see things way before it happens, and I see Jamaica being the land of so much more than wood and water, so much more than tourism.
Yes, Kimroy, so much more. Talk up.
My name is Nalisha Powell. I'm from Chilorn. All youths must talk up.
Talk Up Youth, brought to you by National Baking Company, a Stanley and Empress production.